Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing, man? My name is Thomas Seeking Aunt Mo, and I'm African Elvis. I'm working on music motivation ministries. Now, you know the some of my series I've been telling you why Emmanuel is important and why the Celtics is important, and I've been telling you why this man of God, some of these men of God are false. You feel me? And I pointed out the false men of God they've got in hand in the demonic magic. You feel me? And it says you feel me? And it says in the Bible, not every man of God that says, Father, Father, God, God, I did signs and wonders in your name. You feel me? You feel me? Get into heaven. I taught in your name will get into heaven. The Bible says, I knew you not, you worker of iniquity. So that tells me right there that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the people that do signs and wonders are not real. You feel me? But a lot of people are still debating with me. A lot of people arguing, and they lack the understanding of what it means by prophecy, what prophecy means, and they lack the understanding about what I mean by Emmanuel. That name Emmanuel was the name of the Savior, and that name Emmanuel was the promise of God, which meant God with us. And they don't understand what God with us have to do with Emmanuel, you know what I'm saying, and how they tie together, which they are the same thing. So today I'm wondering. So today's topic will be understanding the meaning of Emmanuel and God with us. You feel me? Emmanuel and its meaning, God with us. Now, first of all, I know everybody was taught Jesus. Don't get me wrong. You know, I grew up being taught Jesus also. You feel me? But as I got older and in my experience in life and my storms in life and what I've been through with the streets, you know what I'm saying, with school, with people with racism on my part when I first came to America, you know what I'm saying, everybody was school, you're racist as hell to me. I'm saying trying to beat me up and all this shit, and I had to fight every day. Like every day I had to fight, like fight in school. I had to fight every day for everything. Like people just been racist as hell to me. You feel me? And it's kind of crazy. Like, and then with my experience with jail, and then when I found God while I was in jail, and my experience with being taught by the Spirit of God, you know what I'm saying, and the things that the Spirit of God revealed to me. You feel me? I grew and he got me to understand, you know what I'm saying, what I'm about to teach you. And I know a lot of pastors are like, bro, I don't like the pastors, and I hate the church or this. No, it's not that I don't hate the church, because you gotta understand that when I got my life saved and I started doing when I started doing gospel music, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my greater joy was coming to the churches to perform for the churches. You know, like my greater joy was every Sunday or every kids' day or whatever event they had that day was to go to different churches around my surrounding area or 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 outside my surrounding area to perform for them. You know what I'm saying? To rock the church. You know what I'm saying? That was my greater joy until the church kicked me out because they said I won't change my teaching in my music. You feel me? And when God revealed Emmanuel to me and I changed my teaching, they wanted me to go back to teaching Jesus. And because I did not want to go back to teaching Jesus, you know what I'm saying? They did not want me to perform in their church. You feel me? You feel me? They did not want me to teach in their church. You feel me? And when I changed my teachings from Jesus to Emmanuel, you feel me? They kicked me out of the church. You feel me? They condemned me, and all the churches kicked me out of the church, and they told me not to come to the church. You feel me? So they stole my greater joy from me. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my joy. Like you could ask every pastor that they know me. You know what I'm saying? From Shield of Faith to my Mount Zion to got Voice of Nations, you know what I'm saying, to St. Luke, to First Assembly, St. Griffin, you know, and some like plain kind of churches. Like, but that's what I used to do when I used to have a car. I used to go to a different church. But that was my goal, bro. And every month or every 2 weeks out of the month, I would go to a different church. And, bro, you feel me? I would go to a church, introduce myself, find out when I could come perform or rock the church. You feel me? And then I'll go to church the first time, and then I'll come back. You feel me? That day that I could perform. You feel me? And come rock the church. You feel me? And then I'll go to another church, and then they'll be trying to get me to come back and come perform for them. You feel me? That's what I used to do. So they stole my dream away from me, and then, you feel me, like me to kick me out of church. You feel me? But, you feel me? Because they did not want me to teach Emmanuel, they wanted me to teach Jesus with them. And I stopped teaching Jesus. You feel me? I stopped teaching Jesus. I started teaching Emmanuel because God got me to understand His promise. He got me to understand what Emmanuel really meant and what it meant by God with you, you know. And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. You understand me? I know people have been taught, but the reason people don't want to break the cycle or the teaching of Jesus or stop the teaching of Jesus because of the fear. You know what I'm saying? They scared, they thinking, oh, somebody's trying to mislead them or false teachings. You feel me? Like, it's in false teachings because the big men of God, like T.B. Joshua, Creflo Dollar, you know what I'm saying, Joy Myers, Peter Popoff, you know what I'm saying, all these, Pastor Bala, Pastor Mike, Pastor Tony, all these big churches, you feel me, T.D. Jakes, all these big churches, you know what I'm saying, now they made money teaching Jesus. They don't want to stop that teaching because that's all they know. See, they don't understand the teaching of Emmanuel. You feel me? And they don't understand how to teach and how to explain and elaborate about the meaning of Emmanuel or how to go about to teach the audience about God with us. You feel me? And the reason why I tell you people, like I told you guys before, is because I said Jesus Christ, that name Jesus Christ is the name of the Antichrist. You feel me? And this false man, and this man of God, all the rich men of God, was they made money in it, and they've done signs and wonders in that name. They made money in it through that name, and done signs and wonders. They made money teaching that name, a part of Illuminati. They are part of Illuminati. They work for the devil because they sold their souls to the devil. They have to sell their souls, and they have to do blood sacrifice to get those powers. They have to do blood sacrifice to get those demonic, those false teachings. They have to do blood sacrifice to get their money, so people will be lured, you know what I'm saying, possessed to come, you know what I'm saying, to come to the church. And if you governments, that's why I said the government, like I know the government are good with doing statistics, analytics, you know what I'm saying? We're doing, like, we're studying things, you know what I'm saying? And but not only just the government, I advise the people also, you know what I'm saying? Even you pastors, you know what I'm saying? To study your environment, to study your society, you know what I'm saying? To study the ministry industry, you know what I'm saying? The ministry business, because these men of God have turned the ministry into a business, a profiting business for themselves. You feel me? They don't want nobody else to profit. You feel me? And but that's why I'm trying to tell you guys, study the world and ask yourself why people lacking knowledge in the Quran, why people lacking knowledge in the Bible, and these people teach every day. I don't teach every day, you know what I'm saying? I teach once in a blue moon. I've only been out here for 6 years, you know what I'm saying? Like my whole life I've been in and out of jail, you feel me? Like my whole life I've been in and out of jail, you feel me? And I've only been out here for 6 years now, you feel me? I came out of Coastal State Prison 2013, and now it's 2019. You feel me? Then when I came home, and you feel me? And study it and consider it and see this pastor been teaching longer than me, and they still teaching to the day. You feel me? But you had not got in as much understanding from them as you gotten from me in my 6 years that I've been teaching. You feel me? See, I've been ministering for longer than that, behind closed doors, like practicing, but I've been openly teaching for 6 years. And I started teaching through my music, doing rap music and gospel music. I started doing gospel music first to perfect my craft, That's why I started gospel music first, to perfect my ministry. And then when I perfected my gospel, then I mixed it with the rap. I started doing rap, and I perfected my rap, and then God showed me how to mix the rap with the gospel, the street with the gospel, the education with the gospel, and then I mastered and I perfected that too with my music, so that way I can have music. Like my whole goal was like, but I know I can make different types of music, and I can make music for everybody, for rich people, poor people, educated people. But God opened my eyes and showed me that the people in the streets, the common people, the poor people, you know what I'm saying? Like they needed some type of music that they could relate to, and because of my history being in the streets, what I've learned in the streets and what I've learned from the people that I hung around, the things that I've seen, the things that I've seen in their lives, because I'm like, bro, to understand me, bro, I'm a foreigner, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know none of y'all, you feel me? Y'all don't know me, you feel me? Bro, I don't know you, and you don't know me. I don't know nobody in America, you know what I'm saying, bro? A few people that, I was introduced to as family members or the African, community, you feel me, in America. So, you feel me? So it's like, I understand, but I wanted to make music, for people on the streets, you feel me? But I wanted to make all types of music, but I wanted to make music, I wanted to make gospel music, for people on the streets. You feel me? I wanted to make street gospel music, because God also revealed to me that people love gospel, but there was no gospel music for people in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like they had gospel music for church people, you know what I'm saying? People that go to church all the time, so you had gospel music for the old folk, you had gospel music, you know what I'm saying? You had a church of gospel music, but gospel music for the streets, like street gospel music that a street nigga could listen to, or somebody from the trailer parks to the little cool. You feel me? Trailer parks could listen to. You feel me? Or foreigners could listen to. You feel me? You feel me? And still be gangster and still be street. You know what I'm saying? But still praise God. You know what I'm saying? Like there was nobody making that type of music. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I perfected my street and my street rap music and my gospel music and mixed them together, and I came up with the trap gospel with street gospel, you know what I'm saying? The rap gospel. You feel me? Bro, when I came up with that, the trap gospel, the rap gospel, and that's what you have now, the fucking Illuminati brand. You feel me? And that's just a little about me. But why I'm telling you this is because throughout my journey and throughout this process of me doing music and growing and learning more about music, God has revealed a lot of things to me. God has opened my eyes to a lot of things, and God has showed me a lot of things, and God has got me to understand why I need to teach Emmanuel and not Jesus. And that is why I've been teaching Emmanuel and not Jesus. That's why I stopped teaching Jesus. And today, if you will give me some time, bro, I want to elaborate to y'all, especially you, man of God, and everybody else in the world government leaders, world leaders, you know what I'm saying? Even this false man of God, the streets, Illuminati, all you got. I want to elaborate and tell you why the meaning God is with you. You feel me? Like, bro, see, I want to elaborate why God is with you. And I want to the best of my ability. Now, my understanding, you know what I'm saying, might be deep in the Bible, but my explanation and my teaching, I might be tongue-tied. I might not be able to elaborate it as a, you know what I'm saying, professional speaker, you know what I'm saying, would. But, you know what I'm saying, bear with me as I try my best to help you understand from a common sense point of view, from a regular person's point of view, you know what I'm saying? Like, even the wealthy, like, put your wealth to the side, you know what I'm saying? Even the president, world leaders, put all that entitlement, government, all that entitlement to the side, and just see yourself as a regular person when you listen to this sermon, you know what I'm saying? And let me talk to that regular person, you feel me? Just like that common person, you know what I'm saying? Even if you a street nigga, you in jail, whatever. Let me talk to that common person, that street person, that common sense person, you know what I'm saying? Let me try to elaborate the best I can, you know what I'm saying? If you don't understand what I'm saying, ask a street nigga, you know what I'm saying? They might say some words I might say might be street lingo, everybody. Some of them might be educated, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Educated language, you're a street nigga, then you can ask somebody that's educated. Then when you're educated, you understand street lingo, you can ask some of your family members, somebody that's in the street, or you're a white person, you understand the black lingo, you can ask one of your black friends if you have black friends, or somebody has black friends, or if you're a black person, you understand the white lingo that I use, then you can ask somebody white if you have a white person. And you feel me? Like, bro, but what I'm trying to tell y'all is this, right? Like, bro, what I'm trying to tell y'all is this. Now, let's start. Now, what is the meaning of Emmanuel? What is Emmanuel? Now, I want to start and see if I can help you understand what is Emmanuel. What is that name, Emmanuel? What is it? Now, that name, Emmanuel, we can start by saying it is a prophecy. It is God's prophecy of the coming Messiah that came, and he had died, and he was resurrected. Right? Emmanuel. And we can also say that Emmanuel, that name Emmanuel, was God promised to man for the coming Messiah to come, die, and resurrect. You understand what I mean? Would you call it Jesus? His name is not Jesus. His name is supposed to be Emmanuel. Understand? Now, the name Emmanuel is prophetic. How is it prophetic? Why is it prophetic? Why do you call it prophetic word? Why do you say it's prophetic? You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all question and answer questions of why do you call it prophetic? Why do you say it's prophetic? Why do you say it's a prophetic name? You know what I'm saying? Now, first of all, I want to help y'all understand what is prophecy. You understand? Give me 1 second. What is prophecy? Now, on YouTube, now on Google, I'm going to say what is prophecy. I want to let y'all understand the meaning of prophecy. Why is Emmanuel prophetic? You have to understand the meaning of prophecy. Now, if you go on Google and search of the definition of prophecy, I need y'all to do this thing I'm telling you to do as I'm doing it. I want you to do it too, so you can read it and you can see it for yourself. You see that I'm not lying. You You understand? When I say the Bible verses, I also want you to go to the Bible verses so you can read it for yourself. And when you read the Bible verse, you know what I'm saying? Don't just read it and be like, oh, that's it. Think about it. Ask yourself questions about it. Question yourself, question God. You know what I'm saying? And you can wait for that inspired thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a positive. It has to be love. You know what I'm saying? The best way to test the Spirit of God works, operates on love. You feel me? That's what a little story. You feel me? But let me give you a brief summary of the principles of love. Love is kind. Love is gentle. Love is everlasting. Love is enduring. No matter what you do, love will come back and love you. Love is not hate. Love is not evil. You know what I'm saying? So if anything or any prophecy comes out of hate, you know what I'm saying? It is not the Spirit of God. So now the meaning is not love, nor is it God. Because God operates on love. Even if He might punish you, He doesn't punish you. He doesn't kill you because if He punishes you, it's things that don't happen to you because God hates you. You know what I'm saying? He punishes you. Things in the world happen to you because those are the storms of life that are supposed to build you. You understand me? The storms of life, everybody have a different path of life. Everybody has a different destiny. You feel me? We might be in the same class, you know what I'm saying, studying the same thing, but our desires, our dreams, our visions, you know what I'm saying, are different. You know what I'm saying? We walk a different path of life, each and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's thinking is different. It's just like everybody looks different. Everybody's skin color is not the same. Everybody's hair is not the same. Some people are short, some people are tall. Everybody's fingers, just like the fingers are not equal, the same, so everybody's not the same. And now, when we talk about understanding prophecy, if I want to get y'all, I want to help y'all understand prophecy. Now, when we talk about understanding prophecy, it's a prophecy is a prediction. Prediction, which is said synonym. It is a prediction, forecast, prognostication, prognosis, event. You feel me? It is a prediction. Now, I want to see something. What is a prediction? Let me help y'all understand prediction. What is a prediction? And so we understand what that means, you know what I'm saying? I want to clarify that. See, I think predict, the action of predict is the action of what is seeing the future. Talking about really prediction is like talking about something before it comes to pass. You feel me? The ability of knowing something, you feel me, coming to pass. The government try to do it a lot of times. A lot of people try to predict the weather. They have technology that help predict the weather before they start. You know what I'm saying? But that's not prophesying. I'm just using it as an example so you understand prediction. So when we talk about prophesying, you feel me? Talk about prediction. Now, what is a prophecy? A prophesying. What is prophesying? What is prophesying? Okay. Now that's it. Now what is prophecy? Prophesy. Predicting something. Not a prophesy. Meaning that everybody wants to hear prophets and prophesy. Understand? I want people to understand what prophesy means. Now this is what prophesy means. To prophesy in Google, which is Prophesy. Look it up in Google. Prophesy, not prophecy. Prophecy ends with a CY. You know what I'm saying? Prophesy ends with SY. You feel me? Now to prophesy means to say that specifically what happened in the future. Do you understand? So now let me help you understand. To prophesy means saying that a specific thing will happen in the future. Mm. Now, how does that relate to Emmanuel in Christ? How does it relate to man of God and this so-called man of God that call themselves prophet? Understand? They say I'm lying because I said Emmanuel was the name that Isaiah prophesied. You understand? Now let's think about it. Now let's break this down, people. I said Emmanuel is the name that Isaiah prophesied, and it's in the Bible, Isaiah 7 verse 14. Go to Isaiah 7 verse 14 right now. You feel me? And you will see that Isaiah prophesied this in the Old Testament. Huh? And it came to pass in the future in the New Testament. Amen. But see, that's why I try to tell people, show me Jesus. Huh? Show me the prophecy of Jesus. You feel me? In the Old Testament. You feel me? Show me where it said, you feel me? Because this is what the Old Testament said, the prophecy of Isaiah. See, bro, Isaiah was a man, the only person in the Bible. You feel me? Isaiah was the only person in the Bible to prophesy about the coming of the Messiah. All the people prophesied and told about the coming of the Son, because there was a coming of the Son, God was saying, a Savior. They had stories of Savior coming, but Isaiah was the prophet that gave the precise prediction on the Savior. He gave us his name. He gave us who the Savior, how the Savior was going to be born. You feel me? He gave us, you know what I'm saying, a time frame. You feel me? And he said, like, if you go to Isaiah 7, go to Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14. And now I'm going to show you where Isaiah gave us a sign, how he was going to be born, by who is going to be born him, and his name he shall be called. So we know now we're understanding that to prophesy means predicting the future. And predicting the future means to say something will happen in the future. You feel me? So, in the Old Testament, when God started to get the promise of a Savior coming, a Savior was to come, he gave Isaiah, the prophet Isaiah, specific details about how to recognize the Savior. You feel me? And how the Savior will come to being brought. You feel me? So in Isaiah 7:14, that's where the prophecy started. You feel me? Where Isaiah predicted. You feel me? And why the Old Testament and New Testament are very important. People always try to cling to the New Testament, but the Old Testament is also important just as the New Testament. You feel me? The New Testament gives you a newfound teaching, a newfound sight of God, where the Old Testament started the prophecy. See, the Old Testament was the past, the New Testament was the future. When Isaiah got the message of who the Savior, he spoke and he said in Isaiah 7 verse 14, he said, therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and call his name Emmanuel. You feel me? So, in that prophecy, when Isaiah got that prophecy, that message from God in the Old Testament, you understand me? When Isaiah got that message from God in the Old Testament, that therefore God told him to tell the people, therefore I will give you a sign. You feel me? Like really what happened was, and like what happened was, like the whole story, like if you read Like, I advise you to read the whole thing, because I don't want to just read the whole thing because it's going to take so long. But, you know, so let me summarize. Because, okay, now let me start right here. Uh, okay, look, okay, watch this. Okay, now let me read it for you. It said, and it came to pass in the days of Times, the son of Jotam, the son of Uzziah, king of Judah, that Rezin, the king of Syria, and Pekah, the son of Ramaliah, king of Israel, went up to Jerusalem to war against it, but could not prevail against it. And it was told to the house of David, saying, Samaria is confederate with Ephraim, and his heart was moved, and the heart of his people, as the trees of the wood were moved. And then said the Lord to Isaiah, Go now to meet eyes, that thou and share Jadhouse, thy son, at the end of the conduit of the upper pool in the hallway of the full field. So let me give you a brief history of how the prophecy came to pass. So, in the days of Isaiah, right, see, there was a king of Jerusalem. The king of Jerusalem was named Ahaz. You know what I'm saying? And in that time, in his days, there was war coming on. You know what I'm saying? With the king of Syria and Pekah. You know, it's Pekah, the son of Ramaliah. You feel me? Against the king of Israel. You feel me? So they went to war against Jerusalem. Syria and his king, which are the Persians. You feel me? They went to war against Jerusalem. So that's why you see like the Palestinians, like the Persians, the Iran, and Israel. The war's been going on for years. You feel me? Like they can't stop that shit. They can't stop that shit. But because of the war and all the armies that were coming against Jerusalem at that time was small. You know what I'm saying? They were the chosen people of God, because remember God brought them out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? From Moses. They finished deliver them from the hands of Pharaoh. And they've been, and really Israel has been wondering for years. You know, Israel just became a nation 70 years ago. You feel me? Israel has been wondering for years. You feel me? So, in the midst of them wondering, like during the whole course of Israel wondering, like the history of Israel, they slavery, how they came out of Egypt, like they've been wondering, trying to make itself a nation before they became a real nation. You feel me? As Israel is today. You feel me? Like, but before they became a real nation as they are today, before then they were never a nation. You feel me? They were just a small group of people. They were as small as they are right now, but there was a small group of people that had a king that ruled over them. And Jerusalem and Israel the same thing. So when they kind of wage war against Jerusalem, you feel me? King Ahaz was afraid. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was gathered against them. You feel me? So the heart of the king was moved. You know what I'm saying? And his people, that's why I said, and his heart was moved. And the heart of his people, as the trees of the wood, are moved by the wind. So they were scared. Because a lot of people, the Persians, the reason a lot of people, there are a lot of people in Persia, man. Persia is dead, bro. Sorry, all them folks, there are a lot of people in Persia. Persia used to be great. Like, bro, when I tell you Persia used to be great, bro, you feel me? Persia used to be great, bro. Back in the day, Persia like one of the strongest motherfuckers, bro. Like, even till today, bro, they still have a strong army, even till today. You feel me? And God is going to use them to destroy America, you know what I'm saying, in the next 5 to 10 years. If you might give y'all 5, but in the next 5 years, because we're in the process of Daniel right now, he's going to use them to destroy America. Because Persia used to be great. You feel me? But them niggas cause fear. So that's why America is scared of Persia developing nuclear weapons They scared of Persia, but that's why they put an economic crisis on Persia. You feel? Because they know they keep try to keep their economy down. You feel? They can limit Persia a little bit, but Persian people, bro, you feel those foreigners, bro, they're survivors. Listen, bro. For see, but what I said is this, bro. For people to make something out of a place that is 95, like 98%, I would say 95, I give them 90% desert, deserted, desolate. For people to make it there in the desert, no water, no trees, no, just a few places, like 90% of the demographic or geographic, you know what I'm saying, is region is they're deserted. It's nothing but desert and desolate. You know what I'm saying? It's desertry. You feel me? For people to make it there, you feel me? Bruh, you can't stop motherfuckers like that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing in a desert. Like, what can you find in the desert? Nothing. You would die in the desert. But those people are still making it and living. You feel me? So you can't stop people like that, bro. If people can make it through that, your economy shit can't fuck it up. Because they already don't have no economy. You feel me? Like they already don't have that much economy. You feel me? They don't. You feel me? They already don't. And like the only thing they have on the desert is the fuel, the oil. They have a lot of oil over there. Or the deserted region have a lot of oil in that bitch. And when I tell you that the world, America, the world will run out of oil before the Persians do. And when the world runs out of oil, because of the consummation of oil and people now, and natural resources don't we feel to sell that quick. You feel me? You feel me? And the demands in America when I had a supply, you would still have to go to Persia and buy that oil. That would still give them a chance to make money and build their community up, even through the economic crisis. So the economic crisis is not really hurting them. But like I said, give you a brief history, they were strong people. So the king was worried, right? Now once I die, I move, right? Right. And then God said to Isaiah, go forth to meet eyes, thou and share Jehaziah thy son at the end of the court, upper of the upper pool in the hallway of the fullest field. And he told him, and God also said unto Isaiah, say unto him, take heed and be quiet. Fear not, neither be faint-hearted, for the two tails of this smoking firebrand. For the fifth angle risen with Cyrus and of the son of Emmanuel, because Cyrus Ephraim, and the son of Emmanuel taking evil counsel against thee. Okay. So the way God moved things, like bro, like I tell people, like sometimes like people like y'all be going to things, like I be telling the government, like I be telling y'all pastors, like God comes to you and talks to you and gives you a message. So when God gives you a message, He gives you specific details. You feel me? Sometimes you might be far away, God will tell you go to this place, this place, this place, and at this time out, and you see this person. So that's why sometimes when I just get up and go somewhere, bro, like bro, I find what I'm looking for. You feel me? Like bro, I move on the Spirit of God. So they were scared. So God spoke to Isaiah and said, go to the upper room, to the upper pool, in the hour of the fullest field, you know what I'm saying, where King hides, the king of Jerusalem stayed there, and his son, he told them, don't be scared of them. You feel me? And God, yeah. So you know, Isaiah, like me being a prophet, I go just like God might stir me up, and I might speak to the world, or speak to the government, and call the government out by name. Like, fuck you, this. You know what I'm saying? God don't like this. God gonna kill y'all. Y'all gonna die if y'all don't need to stone switch. Different people look at me like, oh man, you crazy. Oh man, you not scared of the government? Oh man, the government would do this to you. Man, the Bible tell me fear not. You feel me? And speak. You feel me? Like, and that's the thing, like, I tell people, like, bro, that's why I go so hard, because when God sends you a message, you have to go. You feel me? And God said this to him. He said that God told him that they'll counsel against him. You feel me? So now they're taking counsel. And he said that the king of Syria and Ephraim and the son of Emmanuel are taking evil counsel against Judah and Jerusalem. You feel me? And Israel. See, because Israel was a nation of God. So God was protecting Israel. So anytime people like that, why like if people are doing evil things behind your back, God show me. Like that's why like people be like say when but when I be speaking and telling people like I see what y'all doing. You feel me? I see all the evil things that y'all planning against me. And then when I start speaking against it, they be like, oh, how you know? And they trying to hide it. Because, bro, when you a prophet, bro, and people conspire against you, God will let you know. Because you work for him. You feel he trusts, he will let you know. He will reveal it to you. Even if people that he love, or a nation or his sheep, you feel me? Like, God will let you know. You feel me? Tell you that they're taking evil. Like, that's why I be telling them people, I know, like, a lot of y'all pastors want to have me locked up. You feel me? Because I see your hearts. You feel me? I know y'all niggas want to have me out the streets, man. You want something bad to happen to me. Like, even you government and you congregation. Like, but that's why I don't fuck with people like that. Like, bro, that's why I keep my distance from people. Like, bro, and like, people keep their distance from me because they know, like, bro, they have evil intent. And I try to keep my distance from everybody. You feel me? Because, bro, when I walk past you, bro, I might not say it, but bro, sometimes when God reveals the desires of your heart to me. You feel me? When I see your desire, when I see your desires and your actions also match. You feel me? You feel me? When it comes out there, you feel me? When it comes out, I fall back and I stop fucking with you. That's why I be telling y'all niggas like, bro, I know y'all niggas are plotting against me. I know y'all niggas want to come off false charges and all that shit and lock me up for no reason and just force me to serve Jesus. Like, that's why y'all doing all this stuff, all these evil plans. Like, Mark Zuckerberg, YouTube, industry, all them folks don't want me to blow, don't want me to get famous, don't want me to get my views up. You know what I'm saying? Because they using algorithm to keep me down. God, show me everything. That's how I know how you doing and what you're doing because my limit, see, my knowledge and technology is small, is limited, but at the same time, I understand it a little bit. But God shows me things, and when God shows me things, I see why y'all do it. But like, bro, man, they try to act like they're not doing nothing. But I know y'all niggas doing this thing because, bro, I'm a prophet. You feel me? Just like God came and spoke to Isaiah and revealed the evil things that the king of Syria, Ephraim, and the son of Emmanuel were planning against his people. So that wasn't about God. God will reveal to a man of God, to a prophet, because he trusts prophets. You feel me? A man of God. You feel me? Something about you. That's why I tell you all that stuff. But he said, like, this is what they were plotting against him. They were like, let us go up against Judah. You know what I'm saying? And vex it. And let us take a breach therein for us and set a king in the midst of it, even the sons of Tabah. Thus said the Lord, it shall not stand, neither shall it come to pass. See, that's the thing, bro. All the things that you guys are doing, all the things that you're trying to block and stop me, when you go against a chosen person or chosen people of God, all your evil plans will not stand. They might happen, but they will not stand. They might happen for the moment, but they will not stand. That means they will not be successful. It shall not, never shall it come to pass. feel me? Like all these pastors, like all you pastors come together and you attacking me. You feel me? You attacking me for my teachings of Emmanuel. You attacking me, trying to get me to denounce Emmanuel. You attacking me, trying to put me down and make me look like I'll never be nothing in life. Make me look like a liar. Make me look like this and that. You attacking me, making me look like all this. You feel me? See, that's the thing about it. That's why everything you do has not come to pass. You feel me? And I'm still teaching my gospel, and I'm still teaching my ministry. Even when you attack my music and my streaming for me to get free traffic, you feel me, get a lot of money. That's why I tell the government, like, bro, y'all could be making a lot of money right now. And these people release free traffic and let everybody get some free traffic. And my music could blow right now, we could get a lot of money. But they don't want to do that because they know that if I get that fan base and that free traffic, take over and take my song, and people see my song, have the ability to see my song, and they will listen to my song, they will now become followers of my song, and I will gain followers, fans, and make money. And that's what they don't want to. And they feel like if they keep me down long enough, you feel me? They keep me down long enough, you feel me? They keep me down forever, that I'll never make money. You feel me? But see, when you're dealing with a man of God, it's totally different. It's all about God. It's not about you. You feel me? When you're dealing with the word of God, that's why I tell people, like, that's why I tell all those men of God and everybody, you are not God. You might have that platform. You might be able to know coding more than me. You might be able to stop me right now. You know what I'm saying? But God has the final say. You feel me? God has the final say. So when God said that, God saw the plan, like the plan of the people was to go to Judah and vex it and make war against it and let us make a breach therein for us. You feel me? You feel me? To take eyes away as king and put somebody evil there in Israel to a king, not knowing that Israel was an anointed nation that God called. You know what I'm saying? And the king was appointed by God. The kings in Israel, rulers of Israel, are to be appointed by God. You feel me? For years. You feel me? And like, bro, you feel me? They was to be appointed by God. And they were appointed by God back in the day. And they still should be, but they've broken away from the teaching that God has told Israel. You know what I'm saying? Giving Israel to let God choose their rulers for them. They want to choose their rulers for themselves. So, and it said, for the head of Syria is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is Rezin. And within 65 years shall Ephraim be broken, that it be not a people. So, instead, that's why I tell people, like, you see these people, like, they plan on attacking Israel. They plan on taking Israel over. They plan on exploiting Israel. You know what I'm saying? But God told them, because you want to do this thing, that's why I tell you guys, like, in this much years, in 5 to 10 years, a miracle will fall. See, when you come together and plan to go against an anointed nation of God or a man of God, God will put a Christian, especially a prophet. You understand? He will put a Christian. Whatever you were trying to do to that person will happen to you. And that's what happened right here in verse 8. He said, for the head of Cyrus is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is Rezin. And within 65 years shall Ephraim be broken, that it be not a people. This was what they were trying to do with Israel. They were trying to break Israel up, so Israel will not be your people. But God said, oh, you want to do this with Israel? No, it's going to happen to you. You feel me? You feel me? And this is what it said. And it said, and the head of Israel, verse 9 said, and the head of Israel, Samaria, and the head of Samaria, Ramah the son. If you will not believe, surely you shall not be established. Oh, amen. You see what I'm telling you? See, that's what I'm trying to tell you, men of God. All you men of God are wondering why I'm so established. You know what I'm saying? I tell a lot of people, I tell a lot of men of God, I tell all the men of God that tell me that I'm lying because I call them the false men of God for their miracles and they sign and wonders and they teaching their Monday night and teaching Jesus. You feel me? And I tell this all the men of God that have not done all those false signs and wonders and made money teaching Jesus. You feel me? You were good. And what I tell this all the men of God that are not got their hands in demonic practices, I tell you, if you don't believe in this Emmanuel, you will not see the change in your ministry like you want to see. If you don't teach Emmanuel, if you don't sign this contract, renounce the teaching of Jesus, and teach Emmanuel, and if you don't believe, you should not be established. You feel me? And that's one thing with God. For God to establish you, you have to believe. You feel me? You men of God want to be established as real men of God. But a lot of men of God not allowing y'all to do that. You feel me? So, and I'm telling you that why I'm so successful and why I'm so established is as you see, I've been teaching this for years. God, that's Emmanuel for years. You feel me? And now my ministry is beginning to be established because my teaching is making sense and opening people's eyes and now they're seeing the truth and not people and you feel me? And the belief again slowly growing and I'm beginning to start getting established. And why I'm so established with my music and my gospel is because the knowledge, wisdom, understanding and the gift of knowledge, wisdom, understanding that I am prophecy and the gift of prophecy that I have. You feel me? Because of my belief. You feel that why I tell people that if you don't believe that the name of the Savior was Emmanuel, like Isaiah said, the prophet Isaiah said, then you will not be established as a man of God. Because that's the principle of God. Then you have to stand on the rock of ages is prophecy. You feel me? So this will happen. And moreover, the Lord spoke again unto us. So what happened was, God told Isaiah, you feel me? This is what you're going to tell them. You feel me? This is what they planned against Israel. You feel me? This is what's going to happen. But I need to go tell the king and his people that if you don't believe, you will not be established. You feel me? It's the same thing I'm telling you, men of God, and I'm telling you people in your congregation and your government. This is what's going to happen. We're in the 7th weeks. You feel me? Teach, renounce Jesus, teach Emmanuel. If you don't believe in this prophecy, you will not be established. You pastors want to be established, but you don't want to believe in a prophecy or teaching. You are in denial. You see the prophecy in the Bible in Isaiah 7:14. You see the Matthew 1:22 and 23, but you still denying and saying Jesus is the name of Savior. You are in denial until you stop denying it, until you believe it, until you meet the requirements of the 7th week. People, you are not going to be established. You're going to be destroyed. You feel me? And you're going to lose your soul. Because we only have 4 more weeks left. Next week, after next week, we have 3 more weeks left. Do you understand? Let's get it. And it said, ask me for a son. See, God came to Isaac and told Isaac the king because he was struggling. And God told the king, ask me for a son. He was like, ask me for a son. Ask me a sign of the Lord thy God. Ask me in the depths or in the height above. God came to the king of Jerusalem, Israel, Jerusalem at that time and said, you were troubled. Ask me for a sign of the depths below and the heights above, and I will show you. But eyes did not believe. He did not believe because he was scared. And but I said, I will not ask, neither will I tempt God. That's why I tell people, bro. You're supposed to ask God for things, bro. You're supposed to question God, bro. That verse right there shows you God like when you ask Him and question Him. You feel me? But we are so scared because of the devil and this false man of God teaching, telling you that, oh man, when you ask God for stuff, if you question God, you're tempting God. You know what I'm saying? If you question God, or who are you to question God? You know what I'm saying? Yes, you don't question what God do, but at the same time, you can question Him to get understanding, and He will help you, and He will help you, and He will explain it to you, and show you why He did what He did. You feel me? Like He said, that's why He said, ask and it shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open. So if you don't ask, you will never know. If you don't seek, you will never find it. And if you never knock, the door will never open. You feel me? So you have to do those things. And He said, yeah, He on now, O house of David. Is it a small thing for you to wear a man, but will you wear the Lord also? You feel me? And then He said, therefore, now God spoke and said, therefore the Lord Himself will give you a son. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. So, I want help from God. And God sent a prophet Isaiah to me. And this is how the prophecy of the Savior came to pass, who y'all call Jesus Christ. A lot of you pastors don't know this shit. A lot of y'all don't know how that prophecy came to pass. How he came to pass by giving that prophecy. You understand? So, to summarize the story is, like I said before, when the king of Jerusalem, when the war between Persia and Israel came, the king of Jerusalem, the king of Israel was scared. You feel me? And then because he was scared, you feel me? God sent the prophet Isaiah. That's how Isaiah came about prophesying about the coming of the Savior, giving a detailed prophecy about the coming of the Savior. You feel me? So he sent Isaiah to the king, and he asked the king, ask me whatever you want. See, God always steps in there. Like when you pray for stuff, you keep bugging Him. Bro, He did. So that's why I say remind Him of His promises. So when you remind Him of His promises, His word, His promises, which is the word of God in the Bible, the Quran, the Jewish law. Those are the word of God. Those are all the promises of God. You feel me? And the teaching of Buddha for the mind, but not bowing down to Buddha. That's wrong. You feel me? But the teaching of Buddha is right. So the teaching of the mind, but bowing down to Buddha and serving the idol God is wrong. You feel me? So when he did that, so when he told the king how to ask for a sign, the king was scared to ask God for a sign. He was scared because he thought if he asked God for a sign, he would be tempting God. He would be blaspheming God or trying God. You know what I'm saying? But God wanted him to ask for a sign. So God told Isaiah, okay, is it? See, that's why it said in verse 13, he said, hear you now. He told the king, Isaiah told Isaiah to tell the king. Because that's why I tell you, like, we men of God, like, bro, we're not supposed to be scared of kings and rulers. Like, we're not supposed to be scared of government authority because they need us. And we are that big head of it because we are men of God. You feel me? That's why Isaiah told him, hear you now, whole house of David, O king of Israel. Is it a small thing for you to wear a man that was above man? Like, you want to bug me and shit? But when you wear my God also, like with your problem, like your word of God, but you don't want to believe, you know what I'm saying? That's why God said, if you believe, that's why God told Isaiah to tell the king, if you believe, you shall be established. You feel me? Everything has to believe. That's why I tell you, man of God, if you believe in this prophetic word, just faith of a mustard seed. Like, you don't have to have that much faith. That's why I tell you, faith of a mustard seed, just believing in this prophetic word and sounding this country and trying it out. But like I said, bro, y'all could try it out for 30 days. After 30 days, bro, it's gonna be over with. From whenever you start decide to believe, bro, to the 30 days, bro, you will see a difference. After that 30 days, bro, it's gonna be over with, bro. You're not gonna see the Spirit of God no more until you sign this covenant. You feel me? Like, bro, just to give y'all a sample of the true Spirit of God, I bet y'all make it 60 days after the 7th week if y'all miss me. Let me see, but so you have 30 days because you only have 4 weeks left. You feel me? So you have 30 days. You have till then, whenever you miss the 7th week, you there. Fuck it, you only have 30 days. You only have 4 weeks left. Like you missed it out, but I've been telling y'all to try it out for the longest. I've been telling y'all to use your answer favor. That's why I was trying to get y'all to do a long time ago, but y'all was refusing to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I can't keep telling y'all shit. Like, that's why I try to get y'all to do May the 5th. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I told y'all that was the appointed, bro, that was the atonement date. Like, that was when the atonement was supposed to start May the 5th, but y'all did not want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You said I was lying and you want to do what the fuck you want to do. If it's so I let you do what you want to do. And you wasted time. And now you only have 4 more weeks left. But you only have 30 days. And I hope, man, you could see it within 3 weeks. If you can't see it within 3 weeks, shit, your ass is dead. The last week is over. After the last week is over with. Y'all are grass. I'm sorry, people, but it is what it is. How you feel? Honestly. It is what it is. Because it's not me. Like, bro, it's not me, bro. It is God, bro. You feel? This is his word from his Bible, so he would do what he said in his word that he was going to do. You feel me? I'm just here to warn you and show you the signs that his word is coming to pass. His words are about to come to pass. You feel me? And I'm here to show you the importance. You feel me? Help you understand this Bible. You feel me? And I'm here to teach you, and I'm here to lead you into eternal life, eternal righteousness. You feel me? So the king was scared as God, you know what I'm saying? When God told him, ask me anything. So Isaiah told him, when you were a man, when you were God too, and you been begging God. See, Isaiah really told him when he said it, really hear me. You see, my God was really saying, hey, you've been begging God to help you, and now God has sent me. You feel like sitting out and telling y'all niggas. Like y'all been asking God to come and be with you. Like all of y'all in the United States, everybody in the world, through your storms, through your struggle, you've been begging God to come and be with you. God, come and be with me. God, come and be with me. Please come and be with me. 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 And you know what I'm saying? My troubles are my troubles are killing me, and my problems are killing me. God, I need you to come and be with me. You know what I'm saying? You've been saying that. You feel like you've been saying that. But now that he has sent me, you feel he has sent me a teacher. You know what I'm saying? With wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You feel me? The gift of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and prophecy to teach you the message, the teachings of Emmanuel, God be with you, so that God will come and be with you, and how to make God come and be with you. Now you hate me, and you call me false, and you call me a liar, and you cast stones on me, and you do evil things to me. So that one realized I was telling him, like, bro, you worry man, you gonna worry God too? I mean, you bug me, you bug God, you pray every night, pray every night, and now he has brought me to you, and God has told you, listen, all you have to do to get God to be with you is sign this covenant, meet the 70 weeks, on my atonement demand, on my limited demand, you feel me? Sign this covenant, denounce the teaching of Jesus, and let this young man, which is me, teach you the teachings of God being with you, of how to get God to come and be with you, which is in the name of Emmanuel. He's giving you the teachings of Emmanuel, and now you don't want the teachings that you've been praying for. You feel me? So that's what Isaiah was telling King Oz. Nigga, you've been bugging God, and now God is telling me to tell you, ask him anything. God is telling me to tell you, listen to me, ask me about this teaching. Let me teach you. Let me teach you this teaching. Let me give you this understanding. Let me give you this knowledge. And now you're mad at me. Now you don't want it no more. Now you want to go back to the same thing that you've been telling God, you've been praying to God was bothering you. You feel me? All because you judge me by the cover. All because I don't look like a man of God. You see, all because I don't talk like a man of God, or all because I don't act like a man of God, or walk like a man of God, or all because my teachings are different, or all because I'm so much of a warrior, of an anti-warrior. I'm going against the Illuminati, and I'm challenging all the teachings of Jesus, that those false teachings of Jesus that you will put your faith in, and I'm destroying it to give you this new teaching of Emmanuel, this God with you that you've been praying for God to be with you, but you refusing it because you see a couple pastors with a British suit with a big church, and they've done a couple magic tricks and called it signs and wonders, and you want the signs and wonders instead of being whole in the spirit, instead of being whole fully in the spirit, in the mind, in the flesh, instead of being free in the spirit, free in the flesh, in the mind, and the soul. You know what I'm saying? Instead of understanding prophecy, you don't want it. You want to change the demonic miracles and physical healing. You feel me? So that's what God was telling me. So that's why God said, okay, if you're not going to ask me what you had in your mind, or you're not going to do what you had to do, okay, I will do this. This is what I'm going to do. Because nigga, I'm tired of y'all bugging me. I'm tired. See, bro, God saw that. See, bro, when God did that, God saw that the people were scared. The people did not know how to see the Spirit. The people never had the Holy Spirit. See, God is stuck. See, bro, if you read from Genesis to Isaiah, you feel me? You will see that God was learning also. God is like a scientist, bro. That's why we are scientists. God be observing everything that's going on. He watches everybody. He's with everybody. He's observing everything that's going on in your lives, daily, everything you do. He sees everything you do in secret. That's why the Bible says, I see in secret. What you do in secret, I see. Nobody else can see. That's why I tell this pastor, you could lie to the world. You understand? You can lie to the world. You could lie to the world about me. That you could tell lies to the world and tell lies on me. But God sees everything you do. If you're doing demonic miracles, God sees it too. He sees everything you do. You feel me? So that's what it is. So God told him, if you're not going to ask me, as I'm giving you a chance to ask me, so this is what I'm going to do. And he said, therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. So that's how the prophecy of the Messiah came to pass. You feel me? Because the people were scared to ask God of a sign from him. God told him, see God told him, what did he say? God told him, verse 10 to 11, moreover the Lord spoke again unto High, saying, ask thee a sign of the Lord thy God. Ask it either of the depths or in the height above. You feel me? God will really send in signals. You feel me? He said, ask it either of the depths or the heights above. You feel me? Think about it. The Son came. He died in the depths. He died in the depths of the earth. And he rose to the heights above. People! Woo! Now you don't get me. You don't get me, people. You now, people, you don't understand. God was, see, but that's why I tell you, study the morals of the story. Don't just read a Bible verse, just read a Bible verse. Ask yourself, what is the moral of the story? And consider the things that you've read in the Bible and how it relates to it. You feel me? So when God tell him that, God was actually giving it. God already knew he wasn't going to ask, but God was giving them slick signs like, look, bro, the sign I'm finna give you is going to be from the depths unto the above. That means he's going to come from the above, he's going to die, and he's going to rise again to the above. You understand? He's saying, God, I will give the sign. I myself will bring them down, and we go to the depths,
You will rise again. You feel me? That was a prophecy of God for the resurrection. God was prophesying the resurrection before the resurrection came. Before he gave the Son, he was telling him there will be a resurrection. He did not say resurrection, but he was telling him the Son will be from the depths below. He will go to the depths below and it will rise to the above. You feel me? So when he said it and the king was scared to ask the question, God was like, okay, Isaiah, prophesy and tell him this. Therefore, I myself, since you don't want to ask me for a sign, God told him, ask me for a sign that you will know. You feel me? So when the people and the king could not ask God for a sign, you feel me? So that God would show them a sign of his power, of his coming, or how to do. So that would mean they would notice when God act. You feel me? So God said, I myself will give you a sign. You feel me? And he said, not by who? See, this where the prophecy states by who. He said, behold, a virgin. See, the prophet not said any type of. The prophecy was specific. Do you understand me? The prophecy of Isaiah was specific. It was specific down to the details, even to the name that the Son of God will be called. Do you understand me? It was specific, even down to the name, down to who, what kind of woman will bear the child of God, will bear the Savior. Do you understand me? See, they did not know it was the Savior back then. They just knew that it was God's promise to them. That was God's promise. God said, since you're not going to ask me, okay, I will give you a promise. See, that's why I tell you, God operates under the principles of promise. God with you is a promise, because that's the promise that you're looking for. That's the promise that every man, every woman, every child, every elderly, every sick, every gotten healthy, every rich, every poor, every street nigga, every educated person, every convicted, every free nigga, everybody, whether president or slaves, whether kings or peasants. That's the promise that everybody's looking for. People, they're looking for God to be with them. Whether Allah, whether it's Jehovah, whether it's the King of Kings, whether it's Buddha, you were looking for God to come and be with you. You were looking for the Spirit of God to come and live in you, to walk through you, to work for you, to change your life, to help you overcome the storms, people. And you cannot do it without God with you. So that's why God said, I will give you a promise, and I will give you a sign, and I will tell you how you gonna notice the sign, and how you was gonna notice the sign was because a virgin was gonna give birth to a son. It wasn't gonna be any type of woman. It was gonna be a virgin. And what was being named? And he said what type of child will conceive also. He did not say a girl, he said a son, which means a man. And then after that, it said, and he shall call his name. When he got to the name, he said, he specified in the prophecy. You understand? He specifically stated in the prophecy that his name shall be called Emmanuel, people. And everybody knows, and everyone knows, that the words of God cannot come back forward. It must happen as it said to happen. Do you understand me? So, what I'm doing is to give you a clarification of how this prophecy came to pass, and how this prophecy came into play, and why his name is strictly Emmanuel, not Jesus, because God was specific. Do you understand me? When God gave Isaiah the prophecy, God did not say, oh, he will have a son. He did not stop at, oh, the virgin shall bear a son. You feel me? He did not just stop that. He did not just say, behold, I myself will give you a sign. A virgin shall bear and conceive a son. If he would have bear and conceived a son, if he would have stopped there, then we might have could have said Jesus would possibly. But God was specific, even to the name of it, people. He was specific because he said even down to the name. He said his name shall be called Emmanuel. You understand me? So that's why I said his name is Emmanuel, people. Because God was specific when the prophet Isaiah spoke of that prophecy. Alright? Now, and then they're like, how does that relate to the New Testament? Because we understand, now that you understand that, or prophecy, a prophecy says that a specific thing will happen in the future. Now we can identify the prophecy. Now we can identify the details. Now that we've identified the details of the prophecy, the specific wording of the prophecy, and what God required those to happen in the prophecy by the virgin, the name son will be a male son. You feel me? The specific word, the virgin, identity to identify the prophecy of virgin. We all know that the Virgin Mary was a virgin, right? It was supposed to be by a virgin. The Savior was supposed to come by a virgin. This promise was supposed to come by a virgin. He gave them a promise. So God gave them a promise, which is your promise is Emmanuel. God gave you that promise. All of us that promise. It was supposed to come by a virgin. We know we're that. Now we can now identify it, you feel me, related to the Virgin Mary was the virgin. You feel me? Now, the child that was to be born was not going to be a female child. It was going to be a male child. You feel me? So we know that Christ was a male, which we know he was a male, was a man. You feel me? So we identify there's not a female who calls that out. If there's not another female who calls that out, we identify with the Virgin Mary. If then the son of Mary was a male child, you feel me? Now, where we are lacking understanding is the specification of the name that the child was called and should have been called and was called. You feel me? It said his name was called. It's specifically stated in Isaiah 7:14 that his name shall call his name Emmanuel. His name shall be called Emmanuel. Now, people are saying his name is Jesus. People are saying Emmanuel is one of his names. But in the prophecy, that the promise in the prophecy clearly states and specifies his name. His name is Emmanuel. So that should lead you to call Jesus out and say, how did they get Jesus? If the word of God says Emmanuel, and we know the word of God cannot be changed, and the word of God comes to pass. Right? That's the thing you should think right now. Now let's go to Matthew. I'm going to show you something else. Now watch this in Matthew. The book of Matthew. Watch this now. Now let's watch this in the book of Matthew. Let's go to Matthew 1. We're going to start right from 18. Verse 18. Now they start off the Bible saying Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Now we understand that a prophecy came from the past to the future. Now they said the birth of Christ. They said now the birth of Christ. They said what's on this why? They said the birth. They changed his name. You feel me? The prophecy stated Emmanuel, but when they began the New Testament, you know, saying the real important part with the New Testament, what we understand, prophecy says that a specific thing will happen in the future. The past was Isaiah prophesying. Now that we understand how the prophecy came to pass in the Old Testament to the past. Now the future was the New Testament when the prophecy came to pass, when the prophecy happened, when Mary gave birth to the male child. Do you understand me? You feel me? Now they're saying that the first book of Matthew said this is the birth of Christ, the Son of God, the Savior. But the never changed the name of Jesus. Now what I'm trying to get people now to distinguish and separate was if prophecy, if prophesying, if to prophesy is being in the past and speaking and saying something will happen in the future, if in the past Isaiah said his name shall be called Emmanuel, right? And we know God's word cannot be changed. Because we know God is the same today, tomorrow, yesterday, today, and forevermore. And his word are the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So now the past was Isaiah prophesying, speaking into existence. Now that we understand it, now the future was become the past of the prophecy. You feel me? And it said, and when you talk about the birth, so Matthew was the beginning of the birth that testified. Matthew was testifying. What Matthew was doing when he said, see, they changed it to Jesus Christ. But it's supposed to say, now the birth of Christ was on this wine. You feel me? Christ, not Jesus, but Christ was on this wine. When it said Christ, you feel me? They're saying the Savior. The birth of the Savior was on this wine. They're not just only telling the story, they're testifying. See, Matthew was testifying before they changed it to Jesus, from Emmanuel to Jesus. The book of Matthew was testifying and saying what Isaiah said, the coming of the Savior was. This was how the Savior was born. He was born in the New Testament, which was the future. You feel me? Isaiah, the Old Testament, was the past. The birth of the Savior was in the New Testament, the future. When the Word of God that God gave to King Ahaz at that time when he was about to go to war with Ephraim and Samaria, the promise that he gave to the people of Israel came to pass. That's why I say it's prophecy, because the Word of God comes to pass. That's why you don't sell prophecy. But that shit will happen to your punk ass, and you will not see it coming, but and it says, now the birth of Christ was, see, bro, I'm not gonna say Jesus in my teaching. I don't say Jesus. If I'm saying Jesus, is differentiate Jesus from Emmanuel, the false Christ, and the real Christ. But I do not say Jesus. So whatever you see Jesus in your Bible, you're reading, say Emmanuel. You know what I'm saying? The more you do that, you say that, the more you invoke in the Spirit of God. You feel the Holy Spirit of God. The more you read it and confess it like that and tell people about Emmanuel, the more you understand. Now he said, when as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph. You feel me? He said, when his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph. So they were telling you, so now they're giving you the brief rundown. Now they've identified Mary. You know what I'm saying? They're telling you the story of Mary and Joseph. That she was espoused to Joseph, given to be married to Joseph. Before they came together, and he said before they came together, before they had sex, you understand? Before they had sex, she was found with child of the Holy Ghost. So that verse 18, just tied Mary to the prophecy, the specified prophecy that a virgin shall bear and conceive a son, a male child. You feel me? Now she was found with child of the Holy Ghost. You feel me? Now Joseph didn't know how this happened because Mary was a virgin. You feel me? Well, only he knew. You feel me? That he never had sex with Mary, but she was pregnant. Everybody thought that Joseph had sex with Mary. You feel me? But Joseph and Mary knew that they never had sex, but she was pregnant. But they kept it a secret from people because they knew, because they know that if they told people, people would try to kill her and kill the son and kill the Savior. So they kept it a secret. So that's why I keep all your teachings a secret. You feel me? Because I learned that in the Bible, when God is doing something, you gotta keep it a secret from the evil people. You feel me? Because the evil people find out, they'll try everything. That's why they're trying everything right now to stop me. They're trying to stop my ministry from going on the internet. They're trying to stop my music. You feel me? They're trying to have me locked up. They're trying to have me killed. They're trying to put me in a mental health psych ward to draw me up with drugs. You feel me? All type of evil shit. Like they supposed to just come on all, even with the government too. Feel me? Because they want money, so they going with the money with. You feel me? So they just trying to fuck me over. You feel me? Because they don't want to give up their power. Government, they're supposed to sign it over to me. You feel me? And they don't want to do it. No. All the world leaders around the world don't want to. America don't want to. Europe, you know what I'm saying? Asia, Persia, you know what I'm saying? All of them don't want to. North America, South America, Canada, none of them want. So you feel me? So this is also evidence that nobody want to do the right thing and hand it over. But because they knew that if they would have told people that she didn't really have sex with her, but she got found pregnant as a virgin, people know that she was. But the story was out there because he told a few people. You feel me? So when the death happened, when Christ died, they knew because of everything that happened. So they trying to find it. So they asked Mary. And Mary was like, yeah. And Joseph comes first, confirmed it. That's why you have the story to confirm the story. And it said, then Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privately. So he did not want to just expose her. You feel? Because, bro, if a girl said she was a virgin, and then you marry her, and then she all of a sudden just get pregnant out of nowhere, you be like, damn, bitch, you been fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck you been fucking? Like, you know what the fuck I'm saying? Like, bitch, like, who you fuck? Like, who you fucking like? Shit, man, you supposed to be my wife. What the fuck you fucking? You know what I'm saying? But he was a just man. He was something in his heart. It was the Spirit of God in his heart telling him not to do that. You feel me? And it said, but wow, Joseph thought on these things. Now, this how they lied on the angels, right? Like, bro, this how they lied on the angel, right? Like, bro, make it so convincing that the angel told him to call him Jesus, right? You feel me? But I'm going to show you how that shit is different. Hold on. I'm going to show you how that shit is different. But I'm going to show you how that shit is different. But I'm going to show you how to separate it, right? So this is what it said. Now, the lied on the angels, like in the Bible. The devil, whoever wrote this Bible, changed the word, lied on hell on the angels. He lied on the angels. Like they lied. They said, but while he thought on these things, behold, an angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thy son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary, thy wife, for that which is conceived in her is of the Holy Spirit. See, now they got that part right. Well, I'm going to show you where they changed it and trying to see if everybody where the great deception started and how to see you on this. You feel me? Now, that part that was right. The angel did come to Joseph. You feel me? And tell him that was conceived in his wife, because Joseph was thinking, like, how the fuck did she get pregnant? Like, bitch, I thought you was a virgin. Like, for real, Joseph was like, bitch, I thought you was a virgin. How the fuck you get pregnant? Like, bro, how you pop on another baby? Like, we just got married. We didn't be married that long. Bitch, you already pregnant. Like, what the fuck? Like, you feel me? Like, so God sent an angel to him, like, to tell him, like, hey, man, don't worry about that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't fuck nobody. She ain't cheat on you. You feel me? Like, if you remember the prophecy, you feel me? It's of God. It's the Holy Spirit that got her pregnant. You feel me? That, hey, God carrying a baby. The baby she carrying is a Savior. It's from God. You feel me? It's a prophecy from God, from Messiah. You feel me? So, and he said, and like, bro, this is where verse 21 is where the lie started. Verse 21 is where they changed the words to try to make the claim that the angel called him Jesus. You feel me? And because the angel called him Jesus, it surpasses the prophet. Why angels cannot do that? Angels cannot change God's word. If a prophet said this, the angel must support the prophet. The
okay, they don't support the prophet and stand on the prophet, God will destroy that angel. You feel me? An angel cannot speak nothing other than what the prophet said. The prophet, the angel, must confirm the words of the prophet. But they did not do that, and this is where the devil started the great deception with the Jesus. Right? And I'll show you how the different shaded. Right? Verse 21 says, "And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sin." So that's where they attached that false name Jesus to the Savior and said his name shall be called Jesus. But if you look at a prophecy where God himself said his name shall be called Emmanuel, where the prophet Isaiah said his name shall be called Emmanuel. Now actually said Jesus and Emmanuel the same thing. No, they're not. But they just said that the angel said his name shall be called Emmanuel Jesus. They supposedly said the angel said that, and she shall bring forth a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. It's supposed to say his name shall be called Emmanuel, not Jesus. But it started at Jesus there. And they say he shall save the people from their sins, which is Emmanuel. But as you read to the next verse, you feel me? This is why I tell you, even the devil cannot change prophecy. I want to point this out. When it goes to verse 22, that's when they talk about the prophecy of the prophet Isaiah. That's when they confirm the fulfillment of the prophecy. Verse 22, Matthew 1, verse 22 to 23, like I always talk about, was the confirmation of the Virgin Mary giving birth to the Savior, and everything that Isaiah spoke about in the past came to pass, happened. You feel me? Just like when this thing happened, when a miracle for all the things I've been screaming about right now happened, it will be the confirmation that the Bible and the Word of God is true, and everything the Bible, the Quran, the Jewish law said came to pass. You feel me? Now, when you go to verse 22, right? Like, I want you to study this. Now, I want you to ask yourself, why would they start off saying the birth of Jesus Christ? Okay. Why would they say the angel told Joseph and Mary to call the Savior's name Jesus Christ, and it would be the Savior and he would save the people? You feel me? But at the same time, I want y'all to ask yourself, why did verse 22 and 23 say this different, this right? It said, now all of this was done that it may be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet. It said, all this was done, which means everything happened according to all the things that were spoken by the prophets. So, if everything was done according to what was spoken by the prophet, actually, go back to Isaiah 14 and see what the prophet said. Now, if everything happened, they fulfilled everything that was spoken by the prophet. So what does fulfill mean? It happened, it came to pass, right? What did the prophet say? What name, what specific details did the prophet give on how we will identify it? How we choose and how we could, or how we will identify the Savior or the coming promise of God? And it said in verse 23, you feel me? If verse 23 matches Isaiah 7:14, let's see if verse 23 matches Isaiah 7:14, right? And it says, saying, verse 23, behold the virgin. It said in Isaiah 7:14, said, behold the virgin shall be with a child and bear for the son, which it says, so shall conceive and bear for the son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which interpreted God is with us. Now, you have two
two scriptures of the Bible saying the same thing. Well, you have this word Jesus that this pastors are saying is the name of the Savior. So, ask yourself, if the birth of Jesus Christ, if this was the birth of Jesus Christ, why did they not change the prophecy of Isaiah? Oh! Why? Ask yourself this question. If it started saying this is the birth of Jesus Christ, why did it not change? Why when it came down to when it said confirming that everything that the prophet spoke about the Savior, about the promise in the past, and finally happened. You know what I'm saying? When it said everything, that was verse 22 and 23 said. Verse 22 said, now all this was done that it may fulfill what was spoken of the prophet of the Lord, of the Lord by the prophet. So it was spoken of God by a prophet that God said. But when he came back to what the prophet said and what God told the prophet to say, why did it not say Jesus? If they say this was the birth of Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? The prophecy also should have been Jesus. The confirmation of the prophecy should have said Jesus, because the prophecy never said Jesus. Do you understand? The prophecy never called him Jesus. It never did, people. It never called him Jesus. The prophecy said Emmanuel. That's why it confirmed and it testified that everything happened just like the prophet Isaiah. See, but it used to say prophet Isaiah. If they would have put prophet Isaiah there saying, people would have been like, okay. But also, even though they didn't put it, read the whole Bible. Then that's why you're supposed to read the whole Bible and see who said it. What prophet are they talking about? What words of the prophet was fulfilled? Who was the prophet that his words came to pass? Huh? Who said this same thing in verse 1, saying this same thing? Behold, a virgin shall bear a son, a child, and shall bring forth a son, and call his name Emmanuel. Who said that? Who said those same words? Confirm it. Who said those same words in the Bible that matches these words? If to prophesy, if it says specifically that will happen in the future, and the New Testament was a future, and the Old Testament was a past, what prophecy matches this prophecy that was fulfilled? This word that was fulfilled, the words of Isaiah. There's no other words in the Bible that match the words of Isaiah like this one does. So that's how you know that that's not the name of God. Jesus was made up to trick you guys. Jesus was made up to trick you guys. Jesus was made up so that way you will never be able to call on the Spirit of God, so God will be with you. Do you understand? What prophecy did that? What prophecy did that? And look at what it said. Then Joseph, being raised from sleep, did an angel of the Lord be him. But if they said this is what the angel said in the name of Jesus, why couldn't they change the prophecy? That's why we have to go back to the principle of prophecy. Prophecies cannot be changed. The devil might can change anything else. But when it comes to what, so that's why I tell you pastors, your prophetic words are command. But that's why I try to get y'all to relate to the book of Job and the things of Job. When God gave Job a command and told Job, you could touch everything, take everything that Job had, his children, wife, everything, wealth, everything, even give him sickness, but you cannot touch his soul. devil did everything but take Job's life. But take Job's life. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand about prophecy. Prophecies cannot be changed. Prophecies cannot, even in the book of John 10, right? John 10 states, hold on, let me see if I can find it. John 10, the book of John. John 10 states, bro, prophecy cannot be changed. See, it's saying, for John 10, verse 35, if he called him God, unto whom the word of God came, unto whom the word of God came, the scriptures cannot be broken, people. The scriptures cannot be broken. You cannot change the word of God. That's why they tell you the word of God. That's why Isaiah 55, verse 14 said, the word of God, or 11 says, the word of God cannot be turned void. It cannot be changed. You feel me? Empty. It cannot come back vain. So he said, verse 11, Isaiah 55, verse 11, so shall the words be that goeth out, forth out of my mouth. It shall not return void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the things where I sent it. So that's why I'm trying to get y'all niggas to understand why I'm so powerful and why I have the ability and capability and I'm able to say fuck Illuminati boldly, and I'm the only one able to do that, and I'm able to say this because I'm using prophetic word, and the devil cannot mess with prophecy. He cannot change that prophecy, because if he changed one word of that prophecy, verse 22 to 23 in Isaiah 7:14, even the devil itself will cease to exist right then and there. That's why he started the birth of Jesus Christ, and he made a lie saying, oh, this is what the angel said, call him Jesus. But when he came to verse 22 and 23, when he said all this was fulfilled by the prophets, he could not change it. That's how you know. Study this shit. Look over this shit. Read the whole Bible. Consider the morals of the story. Ask yourself questions. Question God. When you ask yourself questions and start questioning God, you start getting inspired thoughts and inspired thinking and inspired ideas and about the teaching. God talks back. When you question God and you question His word, and you might not understand His word, and you start questioning, coming up with questions in your head, in your mind, writing down questions down, you know what I'm saying? God will start answering those questions. But you got to be able to ask those questions. See, that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand, the importance of prophecy, because prophecy cannot be changed. The devil can mess with anything else but prophecy. That's why the devil's kicking y'all pastor's ass. Illuminati, the devil, they're kicking y'all ass. That's why the world is not getting no teaching. They're not growing. That's why nobody is growing. Because why? You are not. Because why? The devil come and snatch it up. Because when you teach it, bro, the devil comes and snatch it up. He comes and twists it around. He twists it and gives people different meanings. And then you wonder why people are still lost. But when you use a prophetic word, you cannot change it. He has to respect that word. That's why no matter, even if he started saying this, the birth of Jesus Christ was happen like this, when it comes to the prophecy, he had to respect that shit. He couldn't touch it. Because if he could, he would have changed that prophecy to him and said, his name shall be called Jesus on both on our side and Emmanuel. But if he did that, I'm telling you, pastors, right now, the principle of the word of God is if you change it, you shall cease to exist. Let's see if I can find where it says the word of God cannot be changed. that's why I said, see, that's why I said revelation. See, that's why it gives the things of revelation. You feel me? If you were to change the word of God, this is what's going to happen to you. Go to Revelation 22, verse 18 and 19. 22, verse 18 and 19. Now this is when it states about changing the word of God. What happens when you change the word of God? So that's why the devil cannot change it. You feel me? That's why the devil cannot change Isaiah from Emmanuel to Jesus. Because if he could, he would have. He knows better. You understand? He knows better. He knows he will be stricken out of the book of life right then and there. He want one of you stupid ass pastors to do it. You feel me? That's why they want one of you stupid ass people, congregation, stupid ass people, family members, whoever, government, all you dumb ass motherfuckers. He wants y'all to do that. Go and do it and let's see. People always talking all this shit. It's easy. All you have to do is change it and let's see what happens. Huh? Listen what it said. It said, man, go to Revelation 22, verse 18. Revelation chapter 22. Now this is what it changed by changing the prophecy. Prophecy. Man, it was specific. You understand? See, the words of Isaiah and Isaiah 7:14 is prophecy. Do you understand? Do you understand? Revelation 22, verse 18 gives you direct statement of when you change prophecy. What will happen to you when you change prophecy, people? You don't know this shit. But people always try to claim like they know this shit. But that's why I laugh at people. You don't have the knowledge, wisdom I have. That's why you can't give them knowledge, wisdom, understanding. I know why. That's why I've never been worried about y'all. Y'all have never been a threat to me. Even the government never been a threat to me. Y'all don't scare me. Because you need me. Just like Donald Trump said. I don't give a fuck if you hate me. I don't give a fuck if you like me. Bitch, without me, you are lost. Donald Trump is lying. But it's true. You all know the truth. Because the things I'm saying you cannot deny. You gotta say it's true. Because you know I'm telling the truth. So let me tell you what would happen if they would have changed Isaiah 7:14 and Matthew 1:22, where it said all this will fulfill to confirm, to testify to what the prophet said. The words of God to the prophet, saying, behold, the virgin shall bear a son and call his name Emmanuel. Now this is what it said when people change prophecy. So this is what all these other false men of God are trying to get y'all to do. So they're trying to come on with Jesus with you now. You feel me? Is God with you? If there's no Jesus with you, it is God with you. They are trying to come up with Jesus with you now, which is false. They're changing the word from God with you to Jesus with you to fit their preference, to fit their teaching, because they know they cannot change this shit. Do you understand me? They can't change this shit, no matter what the fuck they do. Because if they do change, this is what's going to happen. Revelation 22 verse 18 says, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. The Bible did not say they heard the words of the book. The Bible says they heard the words of the prophecies of this book. So when it comes to prophecy, it is a whole different arena, people. You're in a whole different arena. It's a whole different thing. It's a game changer. You can say anything to any other words in this book. When it comes to the prophecies of the prophets, of every teaching of this book, the Quran, the Jewish law, man, the teaching of the Bible, and you strict down the bowing down of Buddha and the teaching of prophet. Buddha was a prophet. He was not a god. That's why he had the teachings of the mind, how to control the mind, how to build the mind and tap into your chi to tap into your spiritual being. Your chi is like your spiritual being, the inwardness of your spiritual being. He teaches you how to do it. For it says, for I testify unto every man that heard the words of the prophecies of this book. If any man, see that's why I tell them they added to the Bible. The Bible itself is nothing but a book Do you understand? Every teaching of every prophet from Genesis to Revelation were written by prophet of God, anointed men of God that took down notes and jotted down the things that happened in their teachings and what God told them to teach. People in the Old Testament never taught on their own will. And I'm going to show you. That's why I said in 2 Peter 1, verse 21 to 20 to 21, say, prophecy cannot come on private interpretation. You have to be moved by the Spirit of God to speak. That's why I said, for them adding that, but that's why I keep trying to tell you, man of God, you were adding plagues onto your life because you were teaching a false teaching. You were adding to the Word of God. And you were taking Emmanuel, the glory of the teachings of God with us, Emmanuel, out of the Word of God, what it's supposed to be. And every time you do that, and every time you keep teaching Jesus, and you want to be hard-headed and be in denial, this is what you adding on to yourself. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. Woo! People! God shall add unto you the plagues. So, devil, Illuminati, all you false men of God, that's why I tell them, bitch, y'all gonna die. Y'all about to suffer. After the 70 weeks, y'all about to see some shit that's crazy. It might not happen now. It might be 5 years from now. But I guarantee you, if I'm right by everything I say, if I'm correct, people, by the time before Donald Trump gets out of office, America will fall, the Persians will attack, and I promise you, all you men of God will suffer and revelation will begin. And all this plays for all you men of God that got your hand into demonic practices, teaching this false teaching, and you know it's false, and you keep teaching it. You shall bear this plague. You better get your hands out of that shit. You better separate yourself. Because this is not a game. You're not playing with me. I'm just a messenger like you. You understand? I have no authority but what God has given to me. I can't do no more than what God has told me to do. I'm just a regular person like you. I'm back from the dead. I am dead. I'm a dead man. Look at this. I am dead, man. I am a dead man. I'm dead. I'm a dead man. Look at this. I am a dead man. I'm a dead man. You see this bullet over here? What, you see this bullet over here? See this bullet over here? I'm a dead man. I just came back to life. I'm on here to enlighten you and warn y'all about this evil that's going on, this great deception, and help you understand and open your eyes to see the truth. Because the end has come. And watch this. Watch this. And it said, and if any man shall take away from the words of this book, of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part in the book of life and out of the holy city. And that's what you guys are taking away. You are taking away the teachings of Emmanuel. And you keep doing it, man of God. He's going to take you away from the path of the book of life. You are taking away from the teaching. You are taking away what these people are supposed to be teaching. That's why I'm scared to put the teachings out there. That's why I'm scared to teach. Because I don't want people to take the teachings and corrupt people and lead them down to hell. Nigga, I'm trying to save as much as I can. Even if I can give you a little bit to empower you and build you. And when you get some more and God show me your heart is right and I give you some more as I go, then I will do that. But you have come to an end now. And after this, I don't even know if I could teach or say or just encourage you guys. I don't know. I might just encourage y'all for the rest of the time till the time comes till y'all die. But that's what I could do, just warn y'all. Bro, and you'll point out all the prophecies that are about to happen because nobody else can see it. And from the things which are written in this book, you are taken away. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. The Bible said there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but it leads into death. And y'all think that Jesus and that teaching of Jesus, and you outcasting me and putting me down and stealing my teaching, or taking away from my teaching on Emmanuel. Bro, every time you guys use algorithm to stop me from reaching people with my music or my teaching, you are taking away from my ministry, my prophetic ministry. This is prophecy. That's why I stand on prophecy, because when you take away from prophecy, you die. You are taken away from you will be taken away from the book of life. Just like Donald Trump. But that's why Donald Trump is in the hot seat. Because he tried to take away from me. He tried to steal from me. Even the American government. All y'all try to do all this fucking shit even in the world. That's why it is right. Like, remember what it is right now. Because you guys have been trying to lie and you're trying to blaspheme this prophetic word. Listen, I am teaching a prophetic word, and it's prophecy. So when you mess with prophecy, you are taken away from the book of life. The devil already knows they're taken away from the book of life. These false men of God doing miracles, they already know they've been taken away the book of life, but they want to trick y'all. They are the great deceptions. This man of God that made money teaching Jesus, Christ for dollar, TV Joshua, Pastor Bala, all these big men of God, they are false. But all you small men of God still struggling, praying to God to help you in your ministry. Look, bro, separate yourself. Separate yourself. Because I'm not going to say this again. Separate your motherfucking self. Because, nigga, you are about to be doomed. And I'm warning you. And I'm doing my job. And internet and Instagram, YouTube, everybody will testify. Even the government, everybody will testify that I did my job faithfully. That I was faithful. That I screamed it out with my lungs. That I went as hard as I could. With the best I can. With the limited resources I could. Even when people stopped me. That I did everything I could. And I gave you understanding when the time was right. And this is your time, you men of God people, to stop teaching this false teaching. Sign this covenant, meet on my unlimited demand, so I can teach you how to teach this God with us, Emmanuel. You need to be taught. I'm not going to teach nobody shit. I would die with this shit, bro. I would die with all this knowledge. I don't give a fuck. This knowledge would die with me. Fuck y'all. Y'all not going to use my knowledge to deceive people. You're not going to use my teachings to deceive people. I would not allow it. I'd rather die than see people use my teachings and my teaching to deceive people. I'd rather be outcast. I'd rather not have nothing than to sell people my teachings for money. I'd rather people get my teaching genuinely, organically, and watch my views, and I'll make money off my views. See, that's what the music industry has taught me. That's why everybody mad. You man of God, you don't have no backup. You don't have no talent. You made a living of this ministry, this false ministry, and your miracles. You have no degree. You can't get no job. You have nothing. I have the best thing. I don't even have to go to school if I don't want to. Because I know the word good. I could just teach the word and don't know nothing else. And I could do my music to make money. I am sock. I have a talent that will bring me money forever. But none of you have no talent to bring you money. You got to work hard as hell. I don't have to do shit but teach and write. Right. But I don't have to do shit but write a hook. If you write some words on paper, write a hook. If you write a verse or two, you feel me? Some choruses. And then go in the studio and just sing all day long and make money. You guys are mad at me. I don't give a fuck. But you men of God, I'm telling you, I'm begging you for your own sake. For your own sake. You better believe everything I'm saying, because I promise you, if you don't, the blood of these people are going to be on your head. And I'm telling you, that's something you do not want. I promise you. But if I'm right about everything I say, bro, you don't want this animal God, man. I'll be back. Continue my teaching.